For years, our family struggled to keep the wind from knocking down or breaking our umbrellas or our tents. This summer, however, we found something to beat the wind. Wind this strong normally means trouble for beachgoers who are trying to avoid a sunburn, but not this year. Thanks to a relatively new way to block out the sun called a Shibumi shade.
And we've been coming here since I was I was probably like 3 or 4, and I'm 37, and I was like, wow, like, where was this when I was little?
No more setting up huge tents or hauling them back and forth to the beach. The Shibumi blocks out the sun and stands up to strong winds that are often found on the beach.
Did you have, like I had, years of frustration trying to keep something standing in the wind?
Oh yeah, and heavy. Everything's heavy. The lug around it, this is really light. Anybody can carry it.
This summer in Emerald Isle, everyone's carrying a Shibumi to the beach. I found them up and down the beach as far as the eye could see. The company's founded by 3 Carolina grads who wanted to find a way to beat the wind during their beach vacations.
None of them are engineers, and they vacation every summer in Emerald Isle. And their first prototype was made from PC pipe, and they were just trying to find something that would go with the flow.
Shibumi customers I spoke with on the beach say it not only stands up to the wind, it's a breeze to set up.
It's our second day using it, and it is super easy. I have a 5 and a 2-year-old, and then my niece is 15, and we can get it up, and it's no problem.
One possible drawback is the price. The Shibumi goes for $250. It's also a little bit noisy with the nylon snapping in the wind. But the bottom line is, at the end of the day, the Shibumi was still standing in some very strong winds. In Greensboro, I'm Bill O'Neill, WXII 12 News.
Interesting name.
Yes, Shibumi. If you're curious what that means, it means the art of simplicity in Japanese.
All right. Well, it's also the name of the apartment complex where the company's founders lived in Chapel Hill while they were going to school, which probably makes more sense.
Based on one of those two things anyway. All right, well, tonight a full moon is set to light up the night sky, and depending on where you are, it might look a little red or a little orange because of smoke from those wildfires out west.
Yeah, this lunar event is known as the buck moon. That's because during this time of year, buck deer outgrow their antlers.
Ah, okay. Every year the deer shed and then regrow their antlers, which get progressively larger as the animal gets older. The full moon is also nicknamed the thunder moon because of the frequent thunderstorms that occur in early summertime.
Well, if you miss it tonight, don't worry, because it is going to be hanging around for the next 3 days. Of course, the question is, do you have clear enough skies to see it?
Can you see it?
Or is it too hazy to see the moon?
You know, we saw it last night. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous, just this gorgeous moon. It did look a little bit hazy, but I think you're going to be okay tonight. You're going to have a few clouds, but look at the smoke. The smoke forecast is already getting better for us. You can see the wildfire smoke starting to push back inland a little bit more as we talk about Georgia, Tennessee, and then folks lifting up through areas of Kentucky, even dealing with some of those particulate matter areas. And you're also looking at those wildfires up to the northern plains. Those folks there getting hit with the higher levels of smoke and all of that ash that's hanging in the air. And of course, we're combining it with possibilities of particulate matter that comes up from plants and pollution and things like that. So we're looking at that possibility for the tribe, but it is still in the moderate range for the weekend. That's the good news. It's improving. Tropical development. This is the system that is sitting off the coast right now of Florida, and it has been kind of hanging out along the South Carolina, Georgia coastline. We are warm. That system has a 40% chance of developing within the next 5 days or even next 2 days. So we may see this become a named system, but we're more interested in this ridge of high pressure and these stationary fronts that are just kind of nearby. These are going to start to stimulate some showers and storms for us. And eventually this tropical moisture, depending on the track here, may lift our way and interact with those fronts. We do have higher rain chances developing late Sunday night into Monday and increasing the moisture content too. Unfortunately, 90 to 96 feels like temperatures heading into the weekend. Even though temperatures won't be in the 90s, we are anticipating that higher moisture to slide in from the beaches. You've got 62 degrees in the mountains. Your rain chances and impact hours develop after 2 o'clock, and we bring your impact hours all the way up through about 7 o'clock. Your storm chances eventually dropping off through late evening, but your storm chances are going to be highest also western foothills. So as we go along the Carscott Dam, we might see some rain showers, some storms building through 2 and 3 and increasing through the afternoon. Rain chances by 1 o'clock are at 40%, and early morning you've got some sunshine, some clouds to work with, taking you into the low to mid 80s there. 69 in the Trine, all the way to about 88 degrees. Plenty of steamy conditions conditions to make you feel like the low 90s. Your rain chances over the next several days at about 50%. So eventually you do have an impact day that doesn't come into play until Monday, though. 83 right now, Greensboro, 85 Winston-Salem, and that east to southeast flow is kicking in right now. So we'll begin to see a few more clouds through middle of the day, even for the Triad tomorrow. And an isolated storm or two is not out of the question, but those better storm chances stay to the west tomorrow. Afternoon scattered storms on Sunday, but these are still going to be minimal. We don't have impact hours on for most folks, and we expect the impact to return on Monday. And this means the viewing area, at least an area within the viewing locations, could see a rain chance of about 40 to 50%. And so we're seeing that develop on our hour-by-hour forecast as we get the heat of the day going. We've always got to get that warm air to rise for those thunderstorms to get going. We think that it happens here first. You could see here around 2 or 3 o'clock around the foothills back west of Mount Airy. Sparta, Ennis, you're included in this good rain chance. Your temperatures are in the low to mid 80s there, and some of our forecast models suggesting 90s for the Triad. I've got you in the upper 80s tomorrow. You're still going to feel like the 90s either way. Plenty of muggy summer weather. We've got isolated storms developing even through early morning on Sunday, then more likely late afternoon for any isolated storm chances, and highs in the upper 90s, or upper 80s rather. Not upper 90s, no, we don't want that. We don't want any century mark temperatures anytime soon. That looks like we'll be back in the 90s for temps though by later next week. Another forecast model showing limited storm chances for us tomorrow, and still that line of storms hugging the mountains and western foothills. So it's looking good there, not so great for folks to the east. So it might be a better pool day in the Triad. That's what we're hoping for right now for you. You've got temperatures out there right now that have been hot and only at about 87 degrees. We didn't quite make it into the upper 80s where we typically would be this time of the year, but we'll be talking more about those storm chances that build again into the weekend. You saw this just the last few days rolling through Yadkinville. Beautiful.
Next, hundreds of political signs are damaged after one homeowner says that he and his wife heard a boom. What investigators say caused it.
And still ahead today on WXII 12 News at 6. Police are investigating after a teenager was found dead in Greensboro. What we know about the investigation and the victim. Plus, we're going to take a look at some research underway right now in our state in hopes of figuring out which variants of COVID-19 are currently in our state. And how about some good news? Looking to celebrate and take in some city views at the same time. The new ride in Winston-Salem giving people a unique tour of the city. How a fire truck fits into the mix. We hope you'll stay with us today for WXII 12 News at 6 o'clock. Well, after months of trending downward, sales of existing homes are now up 1.4% in June compared to the previous month. Strong demand for high-end properties and historically low mortgage rates are helping to push prices to new highs. The median price for a home hit $363,000 nationally. Home sales have been slowing as sky-high prices and limited inventory discouraged a lot of people who would potentially be in the market to buy.
It is 5:55, checking traffic this afternoon. A live look at I-85 at Peeler Road in Salisbury. As you can see, traffic is backed up. It is slow going there because 2 lanes are closed for construction. That is always a nightmare when you're in traffic. Well, deputies in Marion County, Florida say karma kicked in when a stolen vehicle they were chasing ended up in the mud. Deputies were called about 2 stolen pickup trucks on Tuesday. A deputy later spotted one of those trucks and tried to pull the driver over, but they sped off. So authorities followed the driver, but say it was a soft, muddy shoulder off of a 2-lane road that finally ended the chase. Got stuck. Deputies were able to box in that stolen truck and arrest the suspect. He's facing several charges, including grand theft auto, dealing in stolen property, and a parole violation. And deputies also found the other stolen truck. Well, a local election in Cleveland, Ohio is heating up in more ways than one. Candidates for mayor and city council say political signs are being stolen and some are being damaged. Yeah, one couple even had one sign blow up in their yard. Jesse Schultz spoke to the homeowner who says it's not going to change their mind.
Chris Mitchell and his wife have always been engaged in local elections and typically show their support for their candidate of choice with a yard sign.
Neither one of us would be dissuade from, who are we supporting.
But they've never had anything like what happened Saturday afternoon happen to them.
We heard an enormous loud boom that occurred.
The boom shook their home, and when they went out to investigate, their yard sign supporting Ward 7 City Council candidate TJ Dow was destroyed.
Campaign sign that we have, was just ripped to shreds. And of course, dirt all over the house, the whole bit and everything, and some of my wife's plants and, gardening as well too.
The Mitchells filed a police report.
Signs could be replaced, but when you go on people's actual property to do things like this, you're turning things in a whole different level.
And police told them whoever did it used an M80, a powerful type of firecracker. TJ Dow came to their house too to do his own investigating. He said seeing the sign blown to shreds
you heard it? Yeah.
blew his mind.
I've been in politics for a while, but I have never ever experienced anything like this before in my life.
He said over the past few weeks, he's had several residents call and say their yard signs were stolen.
So I believe this is intimidation, more or less. We're getting more and more every day.
And he's not alone.
In one night, some people traveled all over the Ward 7 area and just picked up yard signs. Not only was that theft, that was also trespassing on a person's property.
Cleveland mayoral candidate Sandra Williams says that she's had 150 of her campaign signs taken out of Ward 7.
The city of Cleveland has a lot of problems already. We don't need the issue of the yard sign saga. Let's have a fair election.
And while they're hopeful police can catch whoever is responsible for the theft and the explosive, Mitchell says it won't stop him from putting another sign right back up and heading to the polls.
And it's still up here, and it's going to stay up here. No matter what, it's going to stay up here until we vote in a new councilman.
WXII 12 News at 6 starts right now.
You want to know when it hits the community.
Right now at 6, as COVID-19 cases start to rise once again across North Carolina, a group of researchers is working to figure out exactly which variants are where. We look at what they've found so far.
Just popped up.
Plus, check your bank account why families across the country may soon be seeing some extra cash.
And it's a tour of Winston-Salem, unlike any other. How you can see the city on a fire truck.
But we begin tonight with breaking news. A suspect on the run after shooting an employee at a gas station is now in custody.
Let's get right to Christine Cruz. She is in studio tonight with these details. Christine, what do you have?
Well, Kenny and Talitha, we have an arrest in this case. Greensboro police charging 21-year-old DeJuan McSwain with attempted first-degree murder and attempted robbery today. The shooting happened last Friday just before 10 o'clock in the morning at University Mart on Warren Street. Officers say they found an employee injured from a gunshot wound. That employee was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Now tonight, McSwain is in custody at the Guilford County Jail while the shooting victim continues to recover. Live in the studio, I'm Christine Cruz.
Thank you, Christine. A 19-year-old man from Greensboro who was reported missing is found dead.
Alan Tran is his name. He went missing at the start of this week. The very next day, authorities found his car. It had been burned. They found his body yesterday about 20 miles from where his car was.
WXII 12's Justin Scherer is following the story for us, and he has the very latest. Justin?
And this is now being treated as a homicide by Greensboro police. The body of Alan Tran was found near the intersection of Whitty Road and Lake Brant Road Thursday. A small memorial that includes some flowers and candle have now been set up near where the 19-year-old's body was found. Tran had been missing since Monday. He was last seen at his home in Greensboro. On Tuesday morning, police found his car at the Timber Creek Apartments off of Glendale Drive. It had been set on fire. If you know anything Greensboro police would like to hear from you, you can also remain anonymous and call Crime Stoppers. In Greensboro, Justin Schreier, WXII 12 News.
Justin, thank you. Tonight we know what led to the shooting of a 16-year-old in Lexington. This happened on Bob Mountain Road yesterday afternoon. Lexington police tell us tonight the teen was shot by accident while a group of people were trying to steal firearms. Police ended up making 4 arrests, including Joseph Turner and Justin O'Quinn. They are both charged with breaking into a safe and stealing a gun. The 2 other people police say are involved are under age 18, so they have not been named publicly.
Meantime, Greensboro city leaders, they are hosting a meeting for people to give them some feedback on creating a city safety plan. Here's what they want. The city says they need to address some nightlife safety issues and also combat violence at or near places where alcohol is served. That meeting is going to take place on Monday, July 26 from 3 until 5, located at a barber shop in the city areas.
Well, next, let's talk about our forecast. Meteorologist Michelle Kennedy is in for us on this Friday night. The weekend is here. We hope the good weather will be too soon.
Yeah, you know, mostly dry as we start our morning hours, so that's the good news. The weekend won't be a washout, but if you're in the mountains and the western foothills, we're going to talk more storm chances for you. Take a look at temperatures, though. At least we are down just a touch below where we have been and certainly where we are typically this time of the year. 82 in Hayes, 84 Boonville, 75 in Jefferson, and 77 in Sparta. We had some morning clouds, and you're starting to see a lot of those clouds develop back to the west, still over the mountains, but a lot of folks are starting to see clearing from folks in UNC Greensboro, Burlington, 83 and Pleasant Garden. Temperatures are starting to drop now as we get into the evening hours. This is a nice trend. And then better storm chances developing again late tomorrow afternoon. It makes it an impact day for the foothills and the mountains, especially the eastern slopes. So if you're a beach mountain, there's a chance you may not see as many storms, but if you're on the eastern slopes as you go out toward areas of Sparta, Ennis, and heading along the western foothills through Trap Hill area, you may see some of those showers and storms. Afternoon scattered storms a possibility on Sunday, but our rain chances are well below 50%. It looks to be pop-up in nature. And then on Monday, this is when we get things going for everyone. That will include an impact day for the Triad as well. So this is how it's shaping up for the Piedmont Triad. 68 degrees overnight. A few stray showers may be possible. Have not seen anything develop on radar right now. 88 on Saturday, though, and 89 with those isolated afternoon and evening storms. And we'll talk more about these hot temperatures as this ridge of high pressure hangs with us over the next few days.
Michelle, thank you very much. Cone Health says its employees have until October 1st to get vaccinated against COVID-19. The health network announced yesterday it will require all employees to get vaccinated. Cone says religious or medical exemptions are still being finalized right now. Meanwhile, Wake Forest Baptist Health and Novant Health are also requiring employees to get the COVID-19 vaccine as well. There are specific dates and timelines for that, just like the other one.
COVID-19 cases, they are going up both around the country and here in North Carolina. At a lab on UNC's Charlotte's campus, well, researchers there are working to pinpoint which variants are here. We got a closer look inside with Chloe Leshner.
It didn't take long for the Delta variant to become the dominant strain in the Carolinas.
If you are getting a case now, it is likely the Delta variant. Delta has now basically swamped all of the other types of COVID at this point.
More than 80% of the cases in the state are Delta, and experts say it's a real threat to the unvaccinated. As it mutates, the virus gets better at evading the immune system. Governor Roy Cooper says since May, about 6% of cases in the state have been breakthrough cases, or in people who have already been vaccinated.
This Delta variant is extremely contagious, much more contagious than the original COVID-19. So that is, I think, contributing to the fact that there are more breakthrough cases.
Right now, Delta makes up at least 62% of positive COVID cases in Mecklenburg County. That data comes from this lab on UNC Charlotte's campus. The University County Health Department and StarMed teaming up to identify the genetic makeup in hundreds of positive COVID tests, giving them the chance to stay ahead of the curve.
If there's something that's going to outcompete Delta, you want to know when it hits the community, and the reason you want to know that is that you can start taking more precautions again.
North Carolina DHHS says that there are nearly 2,000 new cases of COVID-19 since just yesterday. Now, hospitalizations, they've doubled in the last 2 weeks, and right now more than 800 people, they're in the hospital fighting this highly contagious virus. DHHS says hospitalizations are the highest they've ever been since May. Well, health leaders also note that more than 94% of recent cases in the state are in people who are not fully vaccinated.
Families with children 17 and younger are finding new money in their bank accounts. At least a lot of them are. Uncle Sam started sending out an advance on child tax credit money this week. Bill O'Neill has the story for us tonight.
Yeah, the IRS sent out some $15 billion this week to 60 million children. A mom in Burlington tells us that that money is going to help her family.
I was surprised. I really was.
Delana Bigelow, a healthcare worker, says she didn't expect the money because her representative in Congress, Ted Budd, voted against the stimulus plan put forward by the Biden administration.
It wasn't like we were waiting on it, but it definitely helped when it just popped up.
So tell me how it helps. What would this money do for you and your family?
Well, for us, we're going to use it towards our daughter. It's a child tax credit, so we definitely want to invest that back into our daughter.
The child tax credit offers families as much as $300 a month per child. This Burlington parent says that her plans for the money include taking care of her cancer-stricken mother.
So she's now in our home, and we're assuming the financial costs of making sure that she's okay. So for us, it definitely helps us out financially with having that cushion.
Bigelow, who says she plans to run for the Burlington City Council, says her family watched their money closely during the pandemic, despite the temptation to spend.
Which was kind of hard because everyone was at home. So you wanted to do extra things, call Grubhub, you wanted to rent movies and things like that. But we were just really, really frugal with our spending.
Tax experts say that some parents may want to opt out of getting this early money. And you may want to ask, why would anyone turn down free money now? The reason is IRS is basing these payments on last year's income. If your income's higher this year, you could end up with a surprise in your tax bill. In Greensboro, Bill O'Neill, WXII 12 News.
Thank you, Bill. This morning, Duke Energy and the Surry County Economic Development Partnership held a groundbreaking ceremony for Duke's new power plant. This is in Dobson off of Rockford Road. The plant will be the largest solar plant in the entire county. Duke Energy says the project will bring more jobs, renewable energy, and a tax base to the area.
This project will produce enough energy to, for the equivalent of 5,000 homes. And not only are we providing clean energy here in Surry County, as others have mentioned, we're giving a shot in the arm to the, locally stimulating the economy.
Duke says it expects the plant to be fully operational by the end of this year.
It's official. After a year-long delay because of the pandemic, of course, the Tokyo Games is now underway.
Yes, indeed. Opening ceremony took place early this morning. This year's theme, United by Emotion.
Now, if you missed it this morning, don't worry. We've got you covered. The opening ceremony will re-air tonight at 7:30 right here on WXII.
And of course, we're extra excited to cheer